If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. Adran, Thía, Del, and Varin have set out across the desert in an attempt to forge an alliance with the Crusovian war tribes before the Hobgoblin enemies manage to do so, or before the Hobgoblin forces can betray the Crusovians. Citing a strange pilgrimage of demon worshippers, the group ducked into a canyon where they have battled against several hideous devils. Having searched out and battled a demon-worshipping human-sacrificing orc, Del has found in the orc's abandoned supplies 3 spell scrolls. Now, with the end of the canyon not immediately in sight, they are searching for a safe place to rest. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. The day's temperature of 80 degrees is beginning to cool under the light winds and setting sun. With no clouds or rain, the sliver of sky above is darkening rapidly, and we can see the first stars coming out high overhead. Del, after spending the short rest studying the scrolls, excitedly turns to the rest of us. I think these are spells of greater restoration. I might be able to, if I'm lucky, I might be able to use them and to get rid of Varin's curse, the elemental curse. If you want me to, I can give it a shot before we can start traveling. And Adran is not yet back. What are Thea's thoughts?
Well, I do believe that would be very helpful. Is that what you would like to happen, Varin? Because, I mean, if you like your curse, you can keep it, but I imagine you wouldn't want to.
Varin is still cleaning blood off his dagger, his armor, wiping dirt and bruises it down. It would be nice to be able to travel a little bit more freely. Go ahead, little one. Del nods, clears his throat and blushes a little bit. I'm not yet fully strong enough to cast this spell, so there is a chance that it might not work and might cause a bit of a backlash.
Well, backlashes. I think we can handle backlashes.
Varin snorts.
What kind of backlash?
As long as it doesn't make you need to clean your hands.
Oh, yes, that's right. I really do need to wash my hands, but...
But that's what you were just doing.
No, that's what you thought I was doing. What I was actually doing was marking the territory in which that one cruel creature ended up deciding to hide in the rock, so that way, if we do end up crossing this path, I know exactly where he's hiding.
Because he'll smell?
But then, even if he does decide to, come out of the rock, he's going to have a rude awakening. And then he's going to need to take a bath.
Like your hands.
Yes. Oh, gosh, my hands. Ah.
Thea, I'm not sure what might happen. I've heard that using spells that one is not fully strong enough to use can have painful effects, can have no effects, might even work as intended. It's kind of up in the air.
Do you feel comfortable using it? Because if you don't, you shouldn't have to do that.
I'm willing to at least try. If I'm correct, that I might be the only one who can use these spell scrolls. With that in mind, Varin is going to give his inspiration to Del, so that he has advantage on this. Just as a caution, perhaps you two should stand further over there, away from this.
Or you guys can go in the place where Adran's not washing his hands. I don't know that he's leaving there anytime soon.
Fair point. Alright, Miss Thía. Del and Varin step further over to the side, and Del is going to make an intelligence saving throw, but with advantage. Well, that's fortunate. Del reads very carefully from the scroll, and you can see there's a moment where he starts fumbling, getting a little confused with the magic, and it almost slips from his lips the incorrect intonations. And then the spell scroll suddenly disintegrates, shredding away, and a wave of magic washes over Varin, carrying away the curse. Varin is no longer under the effects of the elemental curse.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, my hands are washed.
That's all you got from this?
Wait, what?
Maybe next time we're around stone and water, I can actually throw him and he can clean his whole body. He stinks.
Oh, good.
Don't say that.
What, that he stinks?
You might wash
Like
his hands
hands
again.
might be dirty? So, unless there's anything anyone else wants to attempt, we can begin our journey.
Yeah, I think I missed something on my hands. I'm gonna go wash them again.
Del shakes his head. I'm sorry, Thía, but I'm not sure there's anything I can do to cleanse him of that. That might be something he's just going to have to deal with.
And it's all because I tried to read someone's name.
Yeah, explain that part to me, because I'm still lost as to how reading a name causes you to want to wash your hands.
And trust me, you
there,
don't want to actually read the name.
Isn't there like names that are like forbidden, or names of power, or something like that? You know, that Wordles aren't supposed to know or something, or was that a story I read?
Varin shrugs. I'm used to hunting things in the wild, knowing about names and whether or not they're dangerous to know, and the tone that Varin uses clearly shows that he does not believe such a thing is likely. The idea that a name might be dangerous is kind of like, whatever. There's a lot more dangerous things out there in the world than just knowing a name.
I'm pretty sure there's one thing that Varin really truly believes in. Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Well, when I'm on a hunt, you can either keep up or fall behind. And real quick, we're actually more like here. Here we go. Alright. We set out once more along the canyon. Varin has to lead us back along the blood trail to our original path. Excuse me. Not a terribly difficult challenge for him. Where is it? There it is. Shortly after we return to our way, we do pass a crevice on the left-hand side of the canyon. There are sounds issuing from it. We pause, listening intently. Somewhere deep within the crust of the earth, we hear heaving, sighing sounds, low chanting, and what sounds like slimy tentacles slipping around. Needless to say, we don't remain there long. The day growing darker, and yet there remains no clear path to a resting place. A grim sight is a dead coyote that we come across. It looks to have been crushed nearly to flatness. There's no trail leading up to it. It possibly fell from the lip of the canyon above us. As we walk on past it, not bothering to harvest it because who knows how long it's been there, a strange bird suddenly runs past us. Long neck and tail stretched out in front and behind it, blue and white feathers glittering in the cool evening air. Did it just stick its tongue out at us in passing? A few moments after it sped past us, a strangely familiar-looking coyote tears after it from behind us.
It might have been that coyote.
Go ahead, Thía.
It might have been that coyote. It was sticking its tongue out. I mean, it didn't know us. Why would it stick its tongue out at us?
I'm still lost at the fact that we just saw a bird running. And very quickly, too.
Beep, beep.
I offer no comment. A little further on, the sun is definitely setting above us. The canyon is getting darker. There's a kind of a rumbling, creaking noise, like stone under great strain. It's not terribly loud. It must be something that's far, far away from our current position. When suddenly, a massive, cracking, splitting noise echoes down the canyon walls, battering in our senses and booming along in our wake. And then a rushing sound. A rushing water sound just rolling and crushing along the canyon floor. We've been traveling uphill for quite a while. The canyon walls have gotten much narrower, and it sounds like something is rushing along towards us. Anything you two can think of? Aside from a beep beep. Thía, with your second story ability, you could climb the canyon walls and take a look around the surface. It's roughly 60 feet up.
Yeah.
Adran could use his charm of fairy dust. Either or.
Why don't I climb up? It won't take me that long.
Fair enough. I imagine you use your action and your bonus action to just dash real quick up to the top.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what you see is quite a ways away. You can either give me a perception check at disadvantage, or you can use your spyglass, and I would grant you advantage with that.
I'll use the spyglass.
Okay. So the advantage and disadvantage will cancel each other out. Give me a perception check at normal. Okay. Your spyglass is dusty, dirty. It's a little unclear the distance involved, but what you can clearly see is what looks like a stone blockade that has burst open, and water is just rushing into the canyon ahead of us. And as you watch, you're able to see a stone column, like many of the ones we've passed earlier in the day in the earlier parts of the canyon. The stone column is clearly standing in its path of the path of the rushing waters. Give me 1 second. Let's see if this works. It's thinking. There is a crashing, splintering noise as the entire stone column shatters from the onslaught of the water. And it's heading right towards our group.
Climb.
Time to go.
Climb.
There are the 2 mules and the bone cart with all of our supplies in it. They won't be able to make the climb, and it's doubtful that Del would. Sorry.
Fairy dust.
The charm of fairy dust will only apply to Adran, and Adran, while you're very heroic, you're not terribly strong.
No, not terribly strong at all.
Do you return quickly down to us and inform us of what's coming?
Yeah, she probably jumps into the cart to help Del, being like, we gotta go, the dam broke.
Adrian, I assume you're rather confused by this information. Varin is, and I will get us on the map here in a second.
You know, like when beavers create their little thing that keeps the water from moving, and then like the debris moves and it suddenly makes a rush of water.
Sure,
Like this, except
Varin
bigger.
nods.
A lot bigger.
So all that noise that's water that's coming towards us, that's bad, right?
If you like drowning, it's not bad.
Right, bad. All right, so I've gotten us for this for the sake of simplicity, I'm not going to add the mules to this.
Okay.
I'm also going to see if I can adjust something real quick. Wrong option. This is the right option. Thía, can you do me a favor and just try moving Del's token? Perfect. I fixed it. So you should be able to. You should both be able to control both Del's movements and the cart.
Okay.
All right. So if you want to put him back, if you want, we can even leave the cart out of it. We'll just pretend that you and he are in the cart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and. So we do have the cart. Thía, you're saying that you're in the cart with Del, so I'll have you move him with you.
Okay.
I'll have each of us go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okie dokie.
Wrong button. Okay. There we go. All right, get the tracker up and sort. Okay. So, in case you hadn't guessed, this is effectively a chase. Except as mentioned, we've been heading uphill. The direction in front of us is uphill. Running back the way we've come will not help us because, yeah, the water's coming right towards us. Our only chance is to run forward towards the water in the hope that we'll find an escape route. For some reason I'm not seeing your health bar on my screen, sir, so I'm going to delete your... Oh wait, no, if I delete your token, I'm not going to be able to have you in the tracker. Never mind. Alright, so... we can't see the water, we can just hear it. It's rushing approach. So, top of the round, Varin's up first. With what you've warned of what's coming, Varin's not going to use his action to dash just yet. He's going to use his action to cast at second level. Second level? No. He's going to cast at third level, Longstrider on the 2 mules and on himself. Adran, you can handle it yourself.
Yes, I should be able to handle myself.
As long as you don't stop to clean your hands, and as he says that, he rushes on ahead. So I'm able to go 45 feet. To there. Gonna zoom out here. Alright. And with that, Varin has to roll a d20 for complication for Adran.
Oh boy.
I get a 7. Adran, even as Varin bolts ahead, his words cause you to pause and think, is now the best time to clean your hands? And your hesitation costs you as a boulder falls from above. You quickly dodge to the side, but it still slams down, trapping your ankle. I need you to give me a strength athletics check to attempt to free your leg. So go ahead. Oh, so you can click on athletics. That is a success. You also managed to avoid cutting yourself on the rough edges of the boulder.
Yeah.
You are free, but you used your action to do so. What would you like to do now, sir?
Well, I wanted to use my action for Longstrider.
You
But it
could
looks
action
like-
surge.
Did we get a short rest?
Yeah, we got a short rest earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
We got it shortly. We got it right after our fight with the orc caster and the chain wielders, etc.
Ah, gotcha.
Part of the reason you don't remember is we did it last week.
Ah, all right. Well, then yeah, I'll use my action surge.
Okay.
And then, hang on a second.
Sure thing. Do you have spell slots left, by the way?
Yeah, I have 3 spell slots left,
Wow.
but I'm
Excellent.
gonna have to mute real quick. I'll be
okay.
back.
I'll go ahead and mark your speed is updated for you, and I'll burn your first level spell slot. So you now have a speed of 40.
Okay,
you
so I'm now at speed level 40.
Yes. If you want, you could also you won't be able to do it this turn. On your next turn, you can use a bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Yeah, that would also expel another spell slot, though, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well,
up
I'm
to
just
you.
gonna use my Longstrider now. I can't dash because I, use my action. So,
Correct. And your action surge.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right. So that puts me there.
I completely forgot to roll Dell's turn. Give me 1 second, Thea. Okay, so he got a 14. So he's gonna go after you, Adran.
Okay.
Adran, roll me d20.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Del.
A 9. There are vines that have been draping down the canyon walls. They're familiar looking, with a lot of thorns. As the wind, driven by the onrush of the water, flashes down the canyon towards us, the vines snap and wave in the wind, and Del has to make a saving throw to avoid getting caught in them.
Yes.
He does definitely succeed. He sees them flashing and ducks down low. Alright, he is going to use his action, he's going to use his action to dodge, his interaction to hand Thía the reins. And Adran, will you roll me another d20
Sure.
as he ends his turn?
Oh. Great.
No worries. That is an 18. There is no complication. Thía, it is your turn. The
Okay.
mules have a speed of 40 feet currently.
Okay, so I guess I'll use my interaction to grab the reins and my action to get the cart and the animals moving.
Alright, you can have the mules dash. If
Okay.
you want. Just bear in mind there's very little room up there, so to pass between the wall and Adran is going to cost, it's effectively going to have the same effect as difficult terrain. Because you're driving a large sized cart through a narrow area. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think I'll have them go past Adran though, because we'll just follow behind.
Fair enough.
And I need to have them 2 spaces behind, right?
Is
To
that-
account for the.
Because we're not actually having them on the map, you can just go ahead and place them here.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
They're
Now,
with us in spirit.
yeah. So, Thía, the next one up is the water. The water is basically not going to be affected by any complications, but I am going to have you roll a d20.
Oops.
Excellent.
No, I rolled the wrong thing.
Yeah, you
I
rolled
rolled a
an
1.
And
I rolled a 1.
F20.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
The
There you
water ends up tripping over a small stone.
A nat 20 means no complications. So we move to the next turn. The water does actually move on with no complications. Crushing and rushing, we hear it. Adran, with your intelligence, you can make a well-educated guess that it must have moved 60 feet towards us.
I'm feeling
Top
this
of the
thing
ramp.
moves 60 feet or so every time we move.
That's fast. Alright, so Varin's turn. I am going to use my action to dash, getting no complications thanks to Thea's roll. Thank you, Thía.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 40 to here, and 45. Man, it's lagging really bad. I'm just going to use my other screen. Then dashing for another 45. There we go. Alright, rolling a d20 for you, Adran.
What do you see with your elven eyes?
Nothing's in your path! Move fast! With 16, there's no complication for you, sir.
Oh, nice.
Indeed. Now on this turn, you can use your bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat and dash as part of that.
That would probably get me up to where you are, or maybe even past you then.
That would get you up to where I am. Remember that that's using your bonus action to dash. You would still have your action.
Yeah. I am just going to be dashing with my action.
Sure.
So. Alright. So what? That was 60 feet so far. Now I gotta scroll up.
You have 30 feet remaining, sir.
30 feet remaining?
40. Oh, my bad. 40 times 2, not 45. I was thinking of my speed.
Yeah.
You moved 60 feet, so you have 20 feet remaining.
There we go.
Excellent.
That's 20 feet.
Uh-huh. Anything else for your turn, sir?
Yeah, you know what? I will actually use Expeditious Retreat as my bonus.
Okay.
And what exactly would that give me?
That would give you another 45 feet, sir.
Another 45 feet.
40 feet, my bad.
40 feet. The 45 will be if I trip over a stone.
The 45 would be if you were my speed. Oh, goodness. So don't here, you can go ahead and burn your spell slot and move yourself another 40 feet.
40 feet. And 40 feet is going to put me right there.
For once, you actually passed by Varin.
Strategy, my friend.
Resources. I don't have access to that spell.
Yes.
Alright, anything else for you, sir?
No, that's going to do it for me.
Alright, give me a roll 20. A roll 1d20.
A roll d20.
A roll d20.
And we're rolling.
A nat 20 means no complications. The mules whinny and scream in fright, their ears up and kind of kicking a little as they panic at the sound of the oncoming water. Del is going to use his action to give an animal handling check and try to keep them calm enough for you to control them, Thía. An 11. He barely manages to succeed, but he is no longer dodging. Whoops. Alright. A 10 for you, Thía. Alright. While Del is busy trying to calm the mules, he doesn't quite succeed enough to keep them under control, and their hesitation costs you, Thía. Rocks thunder down from overhead, striking down on your head from the shaking canyon walls. Please give me a Constitution saving throw, or you're going to be stunned. Okay, that is a failure, so I'm going to give you a choice. You can either be stunned, which means you will have no action and no movement, until your next turn. Alternatively, you can take some damage. It's not going to apply to you because you're driving the mules, so don't worry about the speed effect. And you're also going to have some other issues if you choose to take the damage. What do you choose?
Let's go ahead and do the damage, because it's not just my character that suffers if she can't do anything, so...
Excellent point. Alright, here comes the damage for you. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Also, as a result of taking these falling rocks straight to your unhelmeted head, you have disadvantage on all vision-related checks and attack rolls until you finish 3 long rests. Effectively, you've got a mild concussion.
Oh gosh.
So you'll want to write that down on your character sheet.
Alright, let me do that real quick.
Sure thing. As you pause to wipe the blood from your eyes.
It's sight-based checks.
All sight-based checks and attack rolls. Until you finish 3 long rests.
Okay.
Copied and pasted into the chat. I should have thought of that. My bad.
It's
Alright,
okay.
yeah.
I already got it.
You managed to stave off being stunned, although you do take some pretty hefty costs for that. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
My character will be like, let me know if we're going into a wall, and get them to dash.
Excellent. The mules do have a base speed of 40, so you can move 80 feet. The bone wheels clattering across the stone.
Sorry, I needed to scroll to do the rest of the movement.
No worries. I had to do the same. And basically, my screen's set at 50% zoom.
I think that's 1.5 of my move. I just need. It's
The one you just did was 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay.
Yeah, if you click on your character token and hit the X button, it'll tell you how far you've gone.
And I think this uses up our movement, and if it doesn't, we're not passing Varin anyway.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's like a few feet short of your full movement. All right, Thía, roll me a d20 for Varin's complication. Excellent. All right. The water progresses another 60 feet, crushing. There's echoing booms and cracks of its destructive energy crashing through any and all obstacles. Top of the round for Varin. 6. All right, so Varin is going to have to use his action to make a vehicle handling check for you and Thía. Your eyes are kind of confused, and you fail to see that you're heading for a rough patch of stone. And a reminder, you're driving a bone cart, which means it's pretty vulnerable to such damage. So let's see here. Varin's basically going to have to just roll a d20. He's not proficient. I will add his strength modifier because he's basically just going to try and use his strength to push the cart to the side so it doesn't rush into the potentially damaging area. That is a failure, unfortunately. Varin is not strong enough to push the cart to the side, despite his efforts. The cart is going to take... 6 points of bludgeoning damage because it is vulnerable to bludgeoning. You can hear the wheels creaking and crackling a little as they take that much damage. Fortunately, it doesn't seem any of them are destroyed. And then Varin's going to use his move to just rush. Having used his action to try and make that check, and unfortunately failing. Watch where you're driving, Thía! Alright.
Complication.
Here it comes for you, sir. And nat 20 means no complication.
Dang. Well,
that is excellent.
I am just going to proceed forward.
Okay. Action dash, bonus action dash?
Yes.
Alrighty. Go for it. There is just enough room right there next to Varin for you to squeeze by without costing you anything like difficult terrain movement.
Okay.
Excuse me. As my brain utterly fails to think.
That was my action.
Okay.
And then my bonus action.
Hold there 1 second. I need
Okay.
to zoom up and see what you're seeing. Zoom up. I need to scroll up. My goodness, where's my brain today?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure I lost it somewhere. Alright. Alright, the canyon curves to the left, sir. If you would go ahead and move yourself to right about there. Because you can use your bonus action to dash.
So that'd be 20. I'd have, what, 20 feet left?
Yeah, but before you use that movement, I'm going to describe what you're seeing. So, from your perspective, there is a split in the canyon to the southwest. There is, to the north of you, another split. The water sounds like it's coming from the north.
Yeah.
You're not sure which path it's coming down. You have one chance to make a choice about which way to go.
I really kind of want to go away from the water.
So you're saying 20 feet to the southwest?
Yeah.
Okay, it is proceeding further up. Each one of these hash marks indicates, a change in elevation. So you're going up either if you go north or if you go southwest. From where you can from where you're standing, you can see that the stone kind of fades underneath some sand further along this southwest passage.
Yeah.
You shout back to the rest of us that about the split.
Yes. I do want to shout back there and just say, fork in the road, I'm heading left.
Alright, you can go ahead and move your final 20 feet, sir.
There we go.
And roll me a d20.
D20.
That is a 13, no complication for Dell. Dell is going to kind of grab your hands, twist the reins to the side, guiding the screaming, bucking mules through the rough terrain. He's going to give you the help action, Thía, so you have advantage on your next action. Pardon me. A 13 is no complication. Thía, what would you like to do?
Forward.
No, not that way, that way. This way, to the right. You may go ahead and move yourselves. I believe you said you're not passing Varin.
Yeah, but we'll have to dash to get just behind him.
Okay.
Even if it's not using the full dash.
You can hold on to the advantage with that. Well, unless there wasn't really much you could do. So that you're not going to have the advantage from the help action on your next turn. Pardon me. All right, Thía, roll me a d20.
All right. Can I rearrange us so that Dell's more in charge of the reins than I am?
I'd allow you to do that with your interaction. And 19 is no complication. We move to the water's turn. The water growing louder, louder, louder as it rolls and crushes and chews apart everything in its path. Adran, with where you are, you actually do hear a brief scream that gets quickly swallowed up by the water, both figuratively and literally. All right, with no complications, and seeing that Thía is definitely hurt and Del is taking over the cart, Varin is going to use his action to dash ahead, passing along the message. Adran said to take the left-hand path. I guess there's a split in the canyon. Follow me! So that's my movement, and then my dash action. So, Adran, bear in mind that it took you your bonus action and your action to dash to where you are.
Yes.
Hang on one second, well, this is some updates. Hi, Adran.
Hey, so, you heard me?
Yeah, I heard you and I told the others.
Oh, good.
Watch your step. Alright, the D20 means you have no complications, sir.
Oh, man, I need to wash my hands.
No, wash your hands on the sand ahead, not the water behind. Move it! Give them a good sand scouring. Alright, sir.
Alright. Let's see. Well, I made it to the sand.
Okay.
It seems to be really dry.
You, sir, are... Technically, you are out of the race at this point, but I will still have you roll a d20 on your turn for complications for the others. So go ahead and roll me a d20.
I really need to wash my hands.
As you thrust your hands into the sand, still with the gauntlets on, which you realize a moment later, means that you're not actually cleaning your hands, you're cleaning your gauntlets.
Oh my goodness, my gauntlets are dirty.
With that 8, insects and snakes rush along the walls, the floor, and through the air, trying to escape the oncoming flood. Del is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw as he tries to dodge and get you to dodge from the onrush of animals. Dexterity saving throw, go. That is an 18. He grabs you, Thía, and pushes you low into the cart, right behind a barrel, just as an insect would have gone right into your eye. With that success, he's going to he's going to have the mule's dash. Keep low, Thía! And you can see in his eyes that he is quite worried about you, because you're clearly not doing well. To there. Alright, and now he's going to have to roll d20 for you. Oops. Alright, the fact that he pushed you behind a barrel and low in the cart means that you see rocky outcroppings rushing by over your head, but fortunately you're low enough that they don't clip you or anything. Thía, it is your turn. Are you muted?
Yeah, sorry. Can I provide the help action?
You certainly may.
Or does it end because I'm the end of the turn and it won't carry around to the next turn?
If you're giving the help action to Del, it'll grant him advantage on his next turn.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Anything else for you? Like, you could slip out of the cart and run if you want to.
She's not able to see very well, so...
Fair enough. She might get confused and run the wrong direction.
Or she'll end up climbing the wall and be like, where'd everyone else go?
Alright, Thía, if there's nothing else for you, you may roll me a d20.
Okay.
And 11 means no complications. However, you do happen to glance northwards as Del guides the cart into a tilting turn around this sharp corner, and you do see water, big, nearly it. Oh, hang on. Here it is. You see ahead of you, proceeding down towards us, a wall 30 feet high of water chewing along the canyon walls, grinding with sand and stone, and looking just like a frothy, boiling death. Top of the round, Varin with no complications yells at them back at the other two, at you two, "Get a move on!" And he is going to dash.
You could have moved on.
I did! Alright. Since Adran, you're the next one in line after Varin. Varin's not going to roll a d20. Adran, please roll a d20 for Del and Thía.
Sorry.
A 5. With the onrush of water, dust blasts down the narrow canyon into Del's face. He has to make a Constitution saving throw. Thía, keep your head down! An 11. He barely manages to close his eyes in time as sand and dust carried by the wind slaps into your face. It feels like a scouring wind, but it does not. But it causes no harm. In fact, it actually might have cleaned you up a little. All right, he's going to He's going to have the mule's dash. 10, 20. Because that's a very narrow opening. 55, no, not 55. Okay. Basically, we make it out of the rush of the oncoming water. Rushing further up onto the sand ahead of us, the water actually reaches roughly to about where the sand begins. However, it does not seem to be coming further up.
Good. Now we can really wash my hands.
Del, as soon as the cart is on safe ground, immediately kneels down next to you, Thía, and starts checking your wounds, cleaning them, getting all the grit and sand out, and bandaging your head. Things are kind of woozy. It's almost like you're seeing double, or maybe even triple.
He notices my pupils aren't the same size.
Yeah. She's hurt bad, Adran.
Well,
if you could, stop cleaning your hands and take a look.
Sorry.
And by the way, that's about the most cross he's ever sounded with you, sir.
I don't want to get any more sand or dirt or anything in anyone's eyes or head or whatever.
I think at this point you're the cleanest of all of us.
No.
He definitely is. Varin pants. The water is still rushing by in the canyon. It looks as though this passageway that we're in might lead to the top of the canyon, but not before nightfall.
Well, you guys want to reach up to where this path takes us, and then we'll camp for the night?
We're not going to get all the way there. Varin indicates the ground, which is all very loose, shifting sand. Everything that sand is difficult terrain.
Well, let's just get up there as far as we can.
Alrighty. So give me 1 second. And plus, we need to make some repairs to the cart.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see how well this works. Okay, so it sort of worked. I have everyone's health bars, except Adran and Varin. So real quick, I'm going to delete us. Weird how that works. Alright, there's Adran. Okay. So the card did take damage. Alright, so we can spend some time. So we can basically spend some time working on the cart, trying to repair it as best we can. There's no ready materials, i.e., bones, to hand, but we can try and use leather strips to tighten up the bone structures of the wheels and see if we can, strengthen them. Do you wish to do so, Adran?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, sir. Since we're currently in darkness, unless you light a torch or use your dancing lights cantrip, you're gonna make it a disadvantage.
Yeah, let me use my dancing lights.
Okay. I'm not gonna bother putting them on the map. You're just gonna go ahead and use them, or you need to give yourself some extra light.
Yes.
You can give me an investigation check at normal, sir.
Alrighty.
And Thía, did you apply the damage to your character token?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. My bad. Alright. With a 14, roll me 2d6, sir.
Alright. 2d6.
Oh, look at that. Exact amount of damage it was dealt.
Oh, great.
You're able to, you're with that check, you're able to find the cracks and the wheels and bind the leather cords around them to kind of strengthen and reinforce them. We might have to replace the wheels soon, but other than that, it looks like they'll work for a little while longer.
You got it. No bones about it.
But bump. Alright, so shall we set up camp here?
Yeah, this is as good place as any. It's nice and dry, no water.
Alright. In that case, would you like to choose the area to set up camp, sir? There's so many options for you. More to the point, do you want to set up camp literally in the middle of this area, or at the sides? What do you want?
Well, let's set up camp. Let's see. Let's come over here.
All right, you guys can move yourselves. I'll move Del. There it is. Alrighty. So, with everyone kind of settling in, by the way, Adrian, don't forget to take the speed boost off your character sheet.
Oh yes, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, go ahead and put yourself at 30. As a side note, Adrian, you did take some damage during the day, and you used some hit dice. If you want to recover those hit dice, you're gonna have to take your armor off for your long rest.
Yeah, it'll take me about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
What about my maximum hit points? It's still at 89. What? I forgot why we did all that.
I'm sorry, we did what?
My maximum hit points was originally 79, and then we did something that ended up boosting it up.
Del cast aid at 2nd level on all of us.
Oh yeah, did that expel?
That'll end after the long rest.
Okay. Okay.
So for you, sir, you're going to have to unequip your shield. And where is it?
My armor is up all the way at the bottom.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. I was going to do that myself.
Sorry, I have a bad habit, I know. Varin is going to... So as you're all setting yourselves up, Varin is going to move over here. He spends about a minute just kind of like scanning, moving around the canyon, examining it, mixing the stuff together with his hands, and applying it to his face and his armor and his hair. He is going to take the first watch. Alright, so that's a 36 stealth check. So basically, while Varin spends a minute just scouting the area, and at some point, he settles somewhere, and when you all look up to see where that was, he's not there, seemingly. Del shakes his head, looks at both of you. It's kind of creepy how easily he does that.
Yeah, but least, at least we know he has our backs.
At that, Dell kind of raises his eyes, kind of like, "Are you sure?"
I fought alongside with him for a very long time. I trust him with my life.
Even as irritated as he's been.
That's new.
That is somewhat new, and it's been eating at me for quite a while. Maybe I should go talk to him about it.
If you think you can find him.
True. Maybe I'll wait until he's visible again.
Thía, do you have any idea where he went?
I'm trying not to throw up.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forgot your head. Adele takes some extra care, even taking off his rather tattered cloak to form an extra layer of a pillow for you. And he is going to settle in for a long rest along with the two of you. So, Thía, go ahead and, if you want, you can go ahead and roll me some hit dice, as you are going to get a short rest at least, if you want to try and recover some of your hit points.
She's doing good hit point wise, because she had temp that some of that damage came out of.
Okay.
And after the long rest, her max is going to be 60 again, and she's at 65. So.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Adran, did you want to roll any hit dice during at least this hour-long rest?
No, I'm actually still really good.
Fair enough. Okay. The night is passing slowly. There's a surprising amount of noise out in the desert at night. Wind sighing, sand brushing, insects clicking, chirping, eating. There are howls out in the distance, other sounds, but none of it intrudes upon your rest as you meditate and you trance. Adran, your thoughts full of the village at home, the people whose lives depend on us to getting back to them, protecting them, the knowledge of your great-great-grandfather Thaumior, trying ever so patiently to instruct you, and his patience put to the test time and time again as you refuse to learn the deeper levels of magic in favor of stuff that goes boom. Thía, your sleep is restful but troubled as you think about that undead constantly pursues you, never wearying, constantly crushed, and yet constantly finding new bodies to inhabit and pursue. Yet the night passes slowly, steadily, until after about an hour and a half, Varin is going to reveal his presence by using his action to cast a spell. And I need to spell slot there. Okay. So Varin suddenly roars out into the relatively still night at a volume that definitely shatters all three of your trances. The enemy is upon us! Watch your step! And you all can roll for initiative.
Wait, have we officially taken our long rest or no?
You've had the benefits of a short rest.
Oh, great.
Not a long rest. This one. Yeah, darn. There we go.
Man. Okay, lich.
Something wrong, sir?
No, I didn't want to roll a 10.
There we go. Alright, so on the plus side, none of you are surprised. Mostly because you're all within the range of Thea's weapon of warning. Alright, let's get the tracker up. And sort. As a side note, Adran, you did get the benefits of at least a short rest. I will allow you to roll. I will allow. There we go. Both you and Thía, if you want, to quickly roll some hit dice and see if you can recover any of your hit points, as well as your second wind and action surge recharging.
Yep.
Thía, did you want to roll hit dice?
No.
Okay. Adran, what about you?
No, I'm still up there.
Okay. In that case, I need to check the movement speed actually.
Yeah.
What is it, sir?
I think I do want to at least eat a Silvataf.
Okay, you can do that on your turn.
Yeah. How many do I have left? So.
Okay. Adran, please roll me. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta do some math for every 5 feet. 10, 15, 20. My brain is not working today. Times, let's see, 4. Roll me 8d4, please. There we go, I got there. Okay. There's the sound of something digging into something else's feet. I need to double check that actually. Yes, good, okay. So it's alright. And another 4d4, please.
Alright.
Okay. As a side note, bear in mind that all this sand is still difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Thía, can you see what's coming? Let me check. Come on. Oh, I guess I can't do that on that screen. Okay. Okay, you can't. So none of you can currently see what's happening.
Nope.
Except for Del. Alright, so that's that movement. Alright, so moving to Varin's turn. Now exposed from where he was. Varin's going to move to here. So real quick, not only is this difficult terrain for all of you, but take a look at how far Varin moved. Each one of these squares is 10 feet. And Varin is going to, with his sling, make some attacks. Sling. There we go. And that's a crit. So I'll put Colossus Slayer on the crit. Oh my goodness.
Not bad.
Wow. Okay, so that's 10 and 3. That's 23 damage plus 8. Thía, your friend is back! Thía, with that warning, it is now your turn.
Not a friend. He's a stalker. Show.
You would have heard the thwap of stone on rotting flesh to your southeast.
Well, she'll stand up.
Because you can't see your target if you wish to attack, you have disadvantage, but because they can't see you, you have advantage.
She'll just... She can't see them, though, right?
Yeah, you can't. You can hear sounds of something crunching across the sand, and getting pierced for it, but you can't see where they are.
Okay, she'll move there. And I guess
What you can see from that perspective, from that position, there's a shadowy shape floating above the ground. Oops, wrong button. Right about there.
right.
It looks very unfamiliar, but shrouded in darkness.
Joy. And you said that they can't see her, so I guess she might as well try to attack.
All right. Give me. Who are you attacking?
Let's go ahead and go with that one.
Okay. Go for the attack. Yeah, that'll hit. For 6 damage. Checking something. Okay. The shadows coalesce right in front of the stone. The stone rips through the shadows, but seemingly to less effect than it should have been.
She'll sigh.
Alright, so you've moved 40 feet. So that's with your 35 movement speed, that's about as far as you can get. Unless you want a bonus action dash.
Nah, she's good where she's at.
Alright. Do you want to use your bonus action to attempt to hide? You are in darkness.
Sure. It's dex space, so that means disadvantage, right? No, that's sight based, sorry.
Actually, that's right. You should have. That attack roll should have. No. I'll let that slide.
You said that they weren't able to
hide.
see me, because...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let that slide for now. So you could... Yeah, you can make your stealth check at normal.
At normal, okay. There we
Especially
go.
because you moved your full movement. Like, that's gonna bother you. You feel fairly well hidden in the darkness.
Alright.
Alright. So that's it for Thea's turn. Adran, you have no armor, you have no shield, and Sanguine nonetheless is not active. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, I've already realized that, and the quickest things that I do have close to me are my silver short sword.
Correct.
And I also have my sling handy.
You do have your sling. You do have your silver short sword. Do you have any spell slots left?
I have one.
So you could use that to activate. Was it expeditious? You could use that to activate Sanguine nonetheless, but then you'll be completely out of spell slots.
Which I am planning on using a cantrip on this creature right here. Whoops, wrong button. This guy.
Okay.
I plan on doing my, what's that one combo? Warcaster, I want to say?
Are you talking about,
I think it's
Eldritch
Magic?
Strike, actually.
Yeah, it's
War
Magic.
Magic. War Magic.
Yeah. So cast a cantrip and then bonus action, use 1 weapon attack.
Very good. Go for it.
So here's my firebolt.
There's a spray of sand as your firebolt digs into the ground. You see a brief flash of something in the darkness, but you miss it. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
So your bonus action attack.
Bonus action to attack, and I'm gonna use my sling.
Go for it. What do you know? You're back in the saddle with ranged weapon attacks. Yes, that is definitely going to hit. And as before, the shadows kind of coalesce and block a little bit of the damage. All right, sir. Anything else?
Yeah, I plan on moving. Let's see.
I will say you could use your action surge to equip your shield, if you want.
That is true. I'm almost kind of waiting on that one.
Okay.
So.
The other thing I was going to point out is if you do that, you won't be able to use your hand to load your sling.
I know.
For extra attack. All right.
So.
Okay then.
And that will end my turn because it is rough terrain and I can only move so far.
Correct. In that case. Oop, there we go. Something comes flying up towards us out of the darkness, whispering and howling and cackling. Alright, top of the round. The shadowy creature moves up to Varin.
Careful, Varin!
I see it! Alright, it is going to... It is in dim light, or sorry, it's in darkness, my bad. So it is going to attempt to hide. Oops, wrong button. That is not enough for it to hide itself, so it does not get advantage on its attack. Yay. It gets a 10 against Varin's armor class. This thing reaches out with dark, wispy claws. But Varin ducks underneath and twists to the side to avoid being grabbed. And with that... There we go. And then dashing. Thía, a tiny little creature comes rushing up towards you. It looks about half your size, if that. Actually, possibly even smaller. And it glares up at you with familiar, hate-filled eyes. Panting as, not panting, just grumbling and grunting as it crosses the sand.
Did you lose your legs?
It spits out in Goblin. It's a little hard to understand because most of its tongue is missing. But Adran and Varin, we both hear... I'm the small fun. And with that, we move to Varin.
I'm pretty sure he said, "I'm not here for the mules."
Varin is going to... Let's see, this creature's wounded, that creature's wounded. My silver short sword is not a great option right now. So Varin is going to pull out his dagger. Let's see real quick. And he's going to use both of his attacks with his dagger. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so both those attacks are going to hit. So that's 12 and 9. 21 points of damage with a magic dagger. That cuts right through the shadowy nether essence of this thing. And looking around, Varin realizes that so far there's nothing else coming, so he's going to stop concentrating. Wrong button. And then he's going to reposition himself slightly, so he's between this thing and Dell. Thía, your turn. Now you do have disadvantage on your attack rolls. If you want, you can use your bonus action fast hands to eat. Do you have any clear eye in your stuff?
I think so, yeah.
Because if you have any clear eye and you eat it, it'll give you advantage on all dexterity-based attacks for 1 minute.
Yeah, I have 7.
And do you want to eat some? Or eat one?
Yeah, I'll eat one.
Okay, that's your fast hands. So the advantage and disadvantage will cancel each other out, as the clear eye kind of gives you a brief clarity of vision, and you can actually, instead of seeing 3 or 4, you can now see 2. Makes it a lot easier to pick targets.
Alright, and while she's getting the clear eye, could she have just dropped her sling in the bag too?
No, because your interaction is required to take the clear eye out, and your interaction would be required to drop off the sling. But once you
That's
eat
fair.
it, no wait, I'm wrong. You used your fast hands to pull out the clear eye, so you could use your interaction to draw your sword and just have your sling in one hand and your sword in the other.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Alright. Might as well. Let's go.
A 16. There we go. It does hit. You slam the blade in. Of course, dealing less damage than you. Wait, no, I'm wrong there. You deal full damage. I'm getting my characters mixed up. There we go. Unfortunately, now it's sneak attack, and you hear Varin kind of go, "Oh, right, she needs help," as he remembers. Anywhere you want to move, Thía?
He's gonna follow regardless. She'll just
Yep.
stay there. May as
Fair
well.
enough. All right, Adran, top of the round to you, sir. You would remember that fire works really well against this guy.
Yeah, I'm moving 10 feet up,
Okay.
and I'm going to be using a cantrip on this guy here. That's
Okay.
going after Thía.
Go for it. Gee, I
Alright.
wonder what cantrip you're gonna use.
Dancing lights. No.
Wait, really?
No,
Okay,
well,
the
I'll
lights
be
suddenly
blinded
appear.
Then
temporarily.
flash it
but,
right
you know.
in front of his face and have him go, oh! So, no, I'm actually going to use Firebolt.
Okay.
Here we go. Hopefully it hits. Yes.
Yeah, that hits for 4 fire damage. It screams in pain with the purifying fire ripping through its rotting flesh. Alright, so that was
And-
your first attack.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use a sling against that same creature.
Oh, against the Revenant?
Yeah, the one that's attacking Thía.
Go for it.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll hit for 7 bludgeoning damage. Thía, you're close enough to see this, now, although it's a little confusing because right now it looks like it has 4 eyes instead of 2. One of the eyes bursts as Adran's slingstone crushes against the eye socket.
Double the eye poppage.
All right, next up, one of these shadowy creatures.
Oh, I didn't use the rest of my movement.
I beg your pardon. Please go ahead.
So I'm going to move. That's another 10 and 20 feet.
Okay. In that case, now is the shadowy creature, which moves up to the nearest creature it can reach, which is Varin. And it is also going to attempt to hide in the darkness. Getting a dirty 20,
Oof.
and still not enough to actually hide from Varin. So it still does not get advantage.
That's crazy.
I'm in my natural terrain. I'm super aware. And 13 is not enough to hit Varin. Varin is just ducking and twisting to get around all these dashing claws. And I completely forgot to roll for Dell's turn. My bad, everyone.
I just assume he's been dodging.
Right. He's kind of sleepy-eyed and confused. Alright, so that was this creature's turn. Top of the round. Not understanding how they're not having an easy time hiding from Varin. It's going to attempt to hide again. Getting a 12. And, yeah, Varin's just laughing like, you think you're going to hide from me? And still missing Varin. Alright.
No, they're getting lucky.
Yeah, right. The tiny little revenant. First, oh yeah, it doesn't get that. It grabs your leg and starts climbing up your body. Please give me your choice. Oh, not your choice. Please give me an acrobatics check as it attempts to climb up you. Whoa! 32!
Nope. Just no.
It is. Oh, I'm on the wrong button again. Okay.
That's a no.
Right. So I'm gonna.
He
roll
doesn't
this
understand that no means no.
Yeah, it tries to climb up you much as what you did to it last time, and you just kind of like hop over its head, and it just stares up at you with one eye, kind of like, wow, she's a lot bigger and I'm a lot shorter than I thought I was.
And suddenly I realize she's very dexterous too.
Right? Even half blinded as you are with a minor concussion, you're just like, nah. Woo. Alright.
I'm pretty sure she can smell desperation a mile away.
Varin's turn. Varin briefly pauses in the fight. Kind of looks up into the sky, looks around. There's something else coming, and he's going to use his dagger. Again against the wounded guy. Alright, so I'm going to slightly miss, distracted by whatever it was that triggered Varin's awareness. Varin slips a little in the sand and misses his first, gets a glancing blow on his first stab. So that becomes 4 damage instead of, no wait, 5 damage instead of 9. And I'll put Colossus Slayer on that, so 6 damage and 6 damage, so I do 12 points of damage total. Something sure stinks.
Oh, sorry.
Something really sweaty. And I'm going to trigger an attack of opportunity from this shadowy creature. Still not enough to hit Varin, but Thía, now there's someone with an enemy of your target within, right next to him. It is your turn, Thía.
Alright. Takma.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. Gimme sneak attack. Alright, so that is 27 points of damage. Nice. There she is. Yeah, you definitely, there's a fair chunk of old rotten flesh that falls off this body as you carve deep into its chest. Do you want to move anywhere?
No. She's just like, leave me alone already.
You could, I would allow you, I mean, the sling is a small enough weapon. I will allow you to pull out your dagger and use your bonus action to attack with that as well.
Okay.
A crit. There you are.
Yeah,
so another 5 points. Sorry?
I mean, no means no. Really.
Right? I'm sure you are desperate to find some form of magic to get this thing to stop pursuing you.
She's like, your death was in the past. You're dead. Get over it. It's fine. It's history.
All right. Alright, so Adran, there's a popping sensation in the weave of magic right next to you.
No.
And it did succeed on its stealth check against your awareness.
Oh.
So it's going to attack you with advantage.
Oh, come on.
Getting a crit. I need a Constitution saving throw, sir.
You think?
Okay, yeah, that's a success. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you all.
So you're going to take half the poison damage. Oh my goodness. So you take 5 piercing plus. So you're going to take a total 37 points of damage.
No.
Oh, no, wait, no, I'm sorry.
No,
Don't do that.
no.
Because the poison damage is halved. My bad. That's a bad DM. Bad DM. And now, plus the piercing, you're going to take 27 points of damage instead. 21 points of damage. As an utterly white, almost translucent, large spider rips through the fabric of reality and steps into the material plane right next to you. Its venomous jaws slavering hungrily.
Not good.
Del blurts out, "I have never seen anything like that in my life."
Neither have I.
So he is going to dash. So that's 40, 60 feet. He's going to stand back here, try and be as much out of the way as he can and protect the mules and the cart as well as he can. All right, Adran, your turn, sir. You are suddenly faced with a very strange spider. What would you like to do, sir?
I'd like to use a can of Raid.
Oh man, that's a movie I haven't watched in a long time, and if you didn't have inspiration already, I would have granted you inspiration.
Oh man, and I was planning on using it on this turn. Oh man.
Should have saved your line. Or after you didn't need to have inspiration. What would you like to do, sir?
Oh, I really wanted to kill this guy over here. It would have been so awesome.
You can still go for the attack on it. You'll just be attacking. If you use your inspiration point, you'll attack it normal.
Yeah, I know, but this thing is right here, and he just bit me, and now I really want to...
Choices.
Alright, so I'm gonna take my sling and just wrap it around my belt.
Okay.
And then pull out my silver short sword and attack this guy.
So to put away your sling will be an interaction, which you need to draw your sword.
Oh.
Well, actually, what weapons do you have bonded with your weapon bond?
Silver short sword and sanguine on the list.
So you could use your bonus action to summon your silver short sword. So nope, you're clear to go.
Alright. And now I can attack with my silver short sword.
Indeed, and if you use your inspiration point with advantage. The 20, however, seems to land perfectly well for 11 points of damage.
And then I use my second attack.
Go for it.
With inspiration points, so then it is advantage.
Excellent.
Just in case.
Just in case. 28 to hit for another 9 damage. Well, yeah, this thing is instantly bloodied under your onslaught.
And then, for my next choice, Action Surge.
Ah, there it is.
And then I swing again, silver short sword on normal.
28 to hit for 11 damage. I'm going to have it make a Constitution saving throw. At normal. It fails, takes massive damage, and dies.
Take that, sucker!
It's not a sucker! That's not a mosquito!
That's what you get for biting me.
Alright, so you still have your extra attack from your action surge, sir.
I know I basically have my back turned to the guy, but I'm just going to take my finger, make it into a point, and then send it right over my shoulder just because I feel a little cocky.
Send it?
Firebolt.
You can't use your extra attack for firebolts.
Oh.
If you move closer and get within range, you could throw your weapon.
All right. I'll accept that.
Okay. Let's see what the range is for a thrown improvised weapon. So you need to get within a you have a long range with an improvised thrown weapon. You have a long range of 60 and a normal range of 20.
And 10, 20, 30. Pretty good range.
Yeah. It's 20. You're at your normal range if you want to throw your short sword.
I'm throwing it right at him.
Go for it.
Oh my!
So you
God.
are. That does hit. However, you note that the shadows still manage to coalesce and absorb some of the damage, even though you're using a silvered short sword. Magic might be the most useful thing against these creatures.
Yeah.
So it's going to take half damage. There we go. All right. Next up, it's going to attempt to hide from me of all people. Good luck.
Quiet.
Yeah, it gets a dirty 20, and Varin laughs in his face. I still see you. And it gets a nat 1, and is so startled. It is so startled that it gets a nat 1 and just kind of like fumbles its shadowy claws at its side.
I think it kind of peed a little.
Adran, there's a massive boom sound from something falling from the cliff top. The cliff top.
That better not be that coyote again.
It's going to use its action to dash.
I don't think that's a coyote.
Top of the round. This creature moves up towards you, sir, and it's going to use its bonus action to try and stealth. Getting a 9. What is your passive perception, sir?
14.
Okay, it does not hide from you, so it does not get advantage.
I still see you, buddy.
I get a 13. You see the swipe coming, and you kind of do like a jerk your hips back and suck in your tummy move, and then you watch as this shadowy arm passes within 6 inches of your belly.
You got close.
Alright, having not taken any fire damage, your dancing partner is going to attempt one more time to climb up your leg, Thía. Give me an acrobatics check. I want to crush your bones! Getting a 13, you just slip and slide right out of its grasp.
I wouldn't have. He would have had to re-roll. I have a 13 acrobatics.
Yeah, he's having a really hard time compensating for your incredible dexterous skill. All right, Varin looks into the west. I recognize that smell. It's the sweat of trolls, and that's gross.
I feel like he's trolling us.
Okay, fine. I'll give you your inspiration point.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. All right. All things. No, I'm gonna keep my sling in hand. I'm going to use my Darkling Dagger against the shadowy being. Yeah, both of those are gonna hit. So he takes Colossus Slayer. Wow. Okay, so that is 20 points of damage total. All right, Thía, your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, she's gonna attack. She's like,
Alright.
and she's like, really? I need to really rethink this unlife thing. I mean,
Oh gosh, yeah, that'll hit. Give you sneak attack. 33 points of damage.
Jeez.
because I feel like I'm gonna die of natural causes before you actually do anything.
Hurtful words.
Does she have an inspiration point?
She does.
Oh man, that would have been a good inspiration point.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. I meant to do the dagger. Sorry.
Yep, give me the dagger. That's 1 point of damage. That does hit. I was going to say, and I'll allow you to retroactive because I was trying to say this, but you caught me off guard with laughter. Instead of using your bonus action to stab, you could drop your dagger and use your bonus action to light a torch.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
might as well.
that would've
I'll do
worked.
that.
Interaction, pull out the torch,
Uh-huh.
and your fast hands light it.
Uh-huh.
Torch, that's 20 and 20, I think, isn't it? For amount of light it gives. 20 dim, 20 bright.
Something like that. It's that or it's like 30-20. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
It's 20 and 20. And the area is suddenly suffused with flickering light. And because I'm curious, I'm going to double check it. Because I'm curious, I can't help it.
It's fine.
Dim light 20 feet, bright light 20.
Okay.
Hey, yay
Good
for
job.
memory. The DM got something right, yay!
Yay!
Congrats.
Alright, with that, the shadows coalescing around this thing suddenly dissipate, and what we see is something not mortal. Its body fades into nothing about where its waist is, so it doesn't actually have legs. It's flying in place. And it howls in disgust at the light you're now casting, Thía. So that was your action, fastest hands, interaction. Alright, did you want to move anywhere, Thía?
No.
Okay. Del. Let's see. Doesn't want to use that. He has no spell slots. He knows you're having a hard time, Thía. So he is going to, let's see. It's 20 feet. He moves up to you. And he's going to use his action to cast guidance on you. It won't help with your attack rolls, but it will help with any ability checks, especially if they happen to be sight related. Then he'll use the remainder of his movement to just go back there. So he's concentrating on guidance. Alright. You ate your clear eye at the beginning of combat, I believe, Thía. So at round 10 is when clear eye will end.
Yeah.
Adran, it is your turn, sir.
Yes. This is really hard, but I'm kind of wanting to try something else out.
Okay.
So I know I have my silver short sword in one hand.
No, you threw it.
Oh, that's right. I threw it. I want a bonus action, use my Sanguine nonetheless, and summon it to my hand.
Okay.
And then cast a spell slot to ignite it.
It takes a bonus action to activate it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, remember we decided on that?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
There's
You know what?
your silver short sword.
Never mind. I'm not going to do that now that I remember. I will actually use bonus action to summon my silver short sword back to my hand.
Okay. After you just put it on the field. Oh,
Sorry.
you're fine.
And
Alright, sir.
since that guy's in front of me,
He is.
I'm just going to attack him with my short sword.
He hisses at you.
You got something lodged in your throat there, buddy. I didn't really hear what you said.
You rolled the damage.
Sorry, I rolled
and
the wrong
attack.
one.
Yes, you did. Oh yeah, you say that, and as you say that, you thrust your sword and dig it into its throat. However, it is still not terribly impressed at the damage you're dealing.
Here, let me try and clear that out as I stab again. Please. That's not.
It sees the attack coming and slips slightly to one side. It's a glancing blow. Anything else for you, sir?
Well, let's see. I kind of want to spin around him a little bit.
Okay.
And then I kind of want to spin around him again. Just because I want to stay a little bit further away from that troll.
Fair enough. Alright, next shadowy creature. Because it is now in torchlight, thanks to you, Thía, it cannot use its bonus action to hide.
Not like it could before.
Correct. But what it is going to do is fly up to you and towards you, Thía, clearly angry at the fact that there's a torchlight. Thía, give me... Let me think about this. Give me a dexterity check. Straight dexterity. Okay. And
nice
it's
dexterity.
going to do dexterity as well. Alright. It does manage to reach out and claps its shadowy hands down upon the light. And there we go.
Oh, it was the other arm.
It laughs mockingly at you with a kind of like a very satisfied no more light, and uses its bonus action. Wow, 26 stealth. What is your passive perception there, Thía?
It is 15.
Okay. So it moved. And you're not sure where it is anymore. It could be behind you, it could be above you, it could be right in front, right between your feet. You don't know.
Or it could be stabbing my enemy.
Oh, it could be stabbing your enemy. Alright. Adran, what languages do you speak real quick?
I speak Hobgoblin and Elven and tomfoolery.
I believe that.
Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
He also speaks, this might be a bad idea, and
I also speak sarcasm. So.
I bet that one. Yeah, that's where I wanted to go. Alright. And it's going to use its action to dash. And it looks down towards you, sir, and licks its lips. Top of the round. The shadowy creature that you just moved around, sir, kind of gives like a hiccuping little like squeak. And it's going to use its bonus action to try and hide. Getting a 25. And now you don't know where it is, sir.
Oh boy.
It gets a 15 to hit you. Give me a second.
Shield. But I don't know where it is, so is that even possible?
Its attack does reveal its position, and yes, you can still cast shield even without knowing where the attack is coming from. So you're casting shield?
Yeah, shield.
Which makes your armor class 20 until your next turn, I believe, yes?
I believe so. Ah, come on. I couldn't even swap over to the page.
It might help you if you actually click the button.
Yeah.
Armor class is 20. Excellent. So you sense at the last possible moment these deathly claws raking towards your throat, and in instinctive panic, you thrust out your hand and summon your magic shield. and you see its claws briefly outlined right just south of you.
Yep.
All right. Realizing that it's having no luck climbing you, Thía, and quite annoyed at it. Fine, I'll just nibble your toes. And it's going to. Thía, I need a wisdom saving throw. That's a success. You are not paralyzed.
That's quite a throw.
Or frightened. It gets a nat 20. Well done. So that was its action. Varin just kind of gives a heavy sigh. I am getting so tired of this thing. But he's going to keep his focus on that shadowy creature next to him. There you are. Oh, and nat 1. Varin's annoyance causes him to slip and slide, and he misses it with his second attack. But the first one strikes home for 14 damage total. And then, all things considered, he's gonna pull out his short sword in his offhand and use his bonus action to attack the Revenant. Getting an 11 to hit, which misses. It's hard to hit something when it's behind you. All right, top of the round. Something lands on the ground nearby you, sir.
Me?
Yes, you, sir.
Oh boy.
It is large with blue skin, curved black fangs, blackened eyes, drooling mouth, and in one arm, it's carrying an orc, a full-grown orc. It pets the orc's head, muttering something in a comforting tone, and then it turns its attention towards you. Its eyes kind of go up and down, and you're like, well, maybe, yeah, okay. And it steps towards you. Yeah, where is it? Oh, did I forget to open that character? Nope, there it is. And it swings its claws down at you, sir.
I don't like this.
Twice. Oh, I left it on the wrong... Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll those. Whoa. You get 25 and 24 to hit you, sir.
Ouch.
I'm not sure if it's any better, but one of the earlier attacks would have been a crit.
So I take 17 damage from both those guys.
Yep. It just digs into your flesh. It's... Give me an insight check, sir.
Insight?
Insight. Yeah, that's good. Its actions and methodology is kind of like... You've seen it before in some of the older women who have kind of adopted pets, and the elder elvish women who kind of act like they're looking for the choicest bits of food to feed to their favorite pets. It's almost as though it's decided to adopt this orc as a pet, and the orc looks terrified. To you, Thía, what would you like to do?
Help me.
You have an unlit torch in one hand, and your short sword in the other.
Okay, so fast hands to light the fire.
Okay, fair enough.
And she's gonna use her attack to swing the torch at him.
Okay, go for it. This is going to be an improvised attack, and it's using strength, because it's basically a bludgeoning attack, if you will. So give me a d20 roll plus your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus. So this is d20 plus 5, and roll it twice for disadvantage.
Okay.
14 or... Okay, we'll go with the 14, which does hit, dealing... Does a torch deal when you're using it for a weapon? I believe it does like 1 fire damage.
Probably.
Yep. If you make a melee attack with the burning torch and hit, it deals 1 fire damage. Alright, so that hits for 1 fire damage. Nice. And now you can use your... Oh, you used your bonus action to light it. My bad. Alright.
Does it get sneak attack though? No, because it wasn't a finesse weapon.
Yeah, and it was also a disadvantage.
That too. Alright.
But you have burnt it.
I burned it.
And you're making things bright again. I guess earlier you could have rolled because of guidance that was on you. So you could have rolled guidance a d4 and added that to your dexterity check when that shadow creature tried to extinguish the torch.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep that in mind. Alright, so that was your action and your bonus action. Excellent. Alright. Del is staring at all this with wide eyes. With his dark vision, being a dark elf, he can see basically everything that's happening. And he's just like, I thought I was growing stronger, and look at these 3. There's not much he can do, so he's just going to take the dodge action where he is. Adran, what would you like to do, sir?
I'd like to formally disengage from this fight and run like crazy away from them.
Getting a little crazy there for you, eh?
Just a little bit. Knowing that I'm not a full class armor and all that, and
it
my
would take
shield
10
is down.
minutes. It would take 10 minutes to put all of your armor back on.
I'm mostly just wanting to grab my shield at least. So.
Very well. You disengage. You can run 30 feet. I believe you're also completely out of spell slots, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Alright. Do you say anything as you move?
Just, I need my shield!
Why'd you leave it behind? Now look at your hands, they're all covered with blood!
Don't remind me!
Your blood at that! Alright, so this creature cannot hide because it's in torchlight again. It hisses in fury. Alright, Thía, we're gonna do this again, except don't forget you can roll a d4 with your dexterity check. Cool?
Okay, so dex check plus a d4.
And roll your d4 if you want. This time, however, you successfully protect the torchlight, and it hisses down at you with annoyance, because it can't hide or do anything else. To move away would trigger an attack of opportunity. Yeah. Seeing as how you're getting away from it, and now there's 2 creatures within its range. Come on, move. There we go. Alright, Adran. Attack 1 is for you, attack 2 is... hang on. Okay, here is for you, Adran. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Here is for you, Adran. 16 is going to hit you, I believe.
Yes, it is.
14 slashing damage.
Ow.
And then it's going to bite at Varin. That misses Varin. And then it claws at Varin, also missing. I told you I smelled something! Alright, this creature is now going to hide, or try to hide. Getting a 26. I need to know everyone's passive perception.
14.
15.
Okay. Let's see. Can it get? Where can it get? Yeah. Nope. Can't not get there. Oh goodness, what did I just do? There we go. Okay. That's too far. Alright, it's going to attack you with advantage because you don't know it's there, sir. There you go. As a hand reaches out of the darkness towards your back, Varin yells out, "Dog, behind you!"
Ah!
As you slip and slide in the sand, and a shadowy claw passes above you.
That was too close.
Alright, the Revenant was wounded by fire and cannot regenerate. So it's just going to attempt to glare at you again, Thía. Please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Plus D4.
You used guidance already. You won't get it again.
So here's that.
Okay. Let's take that off. Unfortunately, that's a failure. You are now paralyzed.
Okay.
Alright, so let's get that on you. So paralyzed. And that's fine. Alright, so that was its turn. Varin. I don't see any... Oh, there's that wounded creature right there. And there's that creature right there. And I know you just burnt it, so Varin is going to attack the shadow creature with his dagger twice. Both of those are going to hit. And then bonus action, short sword at the Revenant. Okay, yep, those are all going to hit. Alright, so that becomes 13 and 9. 22 points of damage on the shadow creature. And then 6 on the Revenant. And then I'm going to stand my ground because there's nowhere else I can go. The orc kind of whimpers and even gives like a pleased panting noise that's clearly fake, but it's clear that he's trying to appear pleased and not anger the creature carrying it. The creature carrying it flies into the air and lands here.
No! That's not fair with all the deep sand everywhere.
And it's going to claw at Varin this time. Again, giving that same kind of like measuring judicious glance. That's odd how that rolled. Getting a 12. And a 9. Missing both of us. Thía, it is your turn. You are currently paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Unfortunately, you're currently stuck and there's no saving throw you can make at the... Wait, hold on. No, that's for the fear portion. So yeah, you just kind of stand there.
Okay.
The torch burning in the hand. Del is going to move up to you again. He is going to cast on you... Where is it? Resistance. This will apply to a saving throw. It's kind of like guidance, but for saving throws. For the next minute. I hope this helps, Thía. And then he gets out of the way. Alright. Adran, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, I wanted to go all the way up there and grab my shield, but...
That's kind of a... You could pass through Varin's space. Because I'm friendly to you.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And it's difficult terrain, but that's kind of the entire map right now.
Yeah. So,
So, here's a thought. You can pass through my space and use your action to attack any creature around you. It just means you can't disengage.
Okay.
It's up to you what you want to do.
Well, I do want to pass through your area and get around this side of the troll.
Okay.
But isn't that gonna provide an attack of opportunity from these two?
If you don't disengage, yes. If you want to disengage, you can, then no attacks of opportunity. It just takes your action.
Okay, then just disengage.
Okay.
10,
Feeling a little battered there, sir, without your armor.
30. Yeah, I'm really upset that I don't have my armor on.
Actually, 30 would be about here.
Oh,
Because each
really?
of these squares is 10. Each of these squares is 10 feet and difficult terrain.
Yeah, 10,
20.
20.
To move through my space is 20 feet.
But I have 30.
Yes. Okay, so you started here.
10.
Yeah, so each square is 10 feet.
Yeah.
But is also difficult terrain, which costs you half your half of movement. So moving one square is not 10 feet. Moving one square is 20 feet.
Right. Oh,
20 foot movement cost. Excuse me.
well, that's even worse than difficult terrain.
It's a big map. Excuse me. Anything else for you, sir?
No, that's gonna do it.
Okay. And I apologize. I guess I didn't make that clear earlier. My bad. Alright. This creature is simply going to use its action to put out your torch, Thía. Since you are paralyzed, there's not much you can do about it. That's the wrong button. Its hissing laugh echoing in your paralyzed ears. I almost said perfect ears in the quote of The Princess Bride. Alright. The troll. The unwounded troll bites down at Varin. Yeah, that'll hit for 8. Ow. That gets me into my shoulder. Actually, do I have temporary hit points? I do. Haha. It only took 2. I had 2 temporary hit points left. Yay. And then it claws me twice. Both of those missing because my armor class is 20. Yay! Alright, top of the round. This shadow creature is going to attempt to hide again. And still does not beat Varin's awareness. And does not hit Varin either. Alright, the Revenant was burnt by you last turn, Thía. It is going to, let's see, attack you with its fists.
Advantage, because I'm paralyzed.
Correct, which makes this unfortunately, a critical hit.
Q.
Alright, so that's another 2d6. And it's hitting you with its sworn target. So that's another 4 plus 4, 8, and 2, 10. So it's getting all of its extra damage in on this one hit. So that is 10, and that's 39 points of bludgeoning damage, and that does end paralysis. So its next attack is net normal. Getting a 17, which I believe misses you. Did you have any temporary hit points?
Not anymore, no.
Okay. Oh, okay. And it laughs up at you. I almost forgot that it's so tiny.
Is that supposed to hurt?
You are bloodied, so I guess it did hurt. But go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Ah ha ha.
Go for it.
Okay.
A nat 20 versus a 15. Despite the fact that it just so badly wounded you, the fact that you laughed down at it in such open mockery kind of it scares him a little bit, and he's frightened until the end of his next turn.
Cool.
All right, Varin's turn. This is getting a little crowded here. I'm going to attack that shadow creature that put out your torch, Thía.
Okay.
At normal.
It really doesn't like fire.
That is going to hit. Colossus Slayer, please. That is 11 points of damage.
Yay.
And even as it's laughing there, even as it's floating there laughing in the darkness because it's finally put out the hated torch, it is suddenly stabbed through and dissipated.
You weren't keeping your eyes on your real enemy, honestly.
That was with one hit, and then I turn and I look at this one. You're next. Darkening Dagger, go. Unfortunately, that one misses completely. And then Varin spins around and uses his bonus action to stab at the Revenant. Also missing. There's just too many enemies, it's getting too crowded, and it's getting hard to tell where he's swinging. The orc, being carried by the blue-skinned creature, looks around and is... Oops, wrong character sheet. Going to pull out its heavy axe and take a swing down at Varin. Oh, why do I keep doing that in public? There, roll it. Okay, that hits Varin for 7 slashing damage. Oh wait, my temporary hit points. So that's gone now. 5. Oops. Okay. And then the big blue-skinned creature kind of gives the orc oh, you shouldn't behave kind of look, and tries to claw Varin. Wow, missing and nat 1. All right.
He was just really off-put by George acting of his own volition. Really, that's bad behavior.
Right? This blue-skinned huge creature, or large creature, is clearly doting on this orc.
You'll put yourself in danger with that weapon.
Right? Oh, little Fido. Alright, so you are currently frightened, Thía. At the end of your turn, you can repeat your saving throw against the fear, and you can roll a d4 because of resistance.
Alright.
So, what would you like to do? If you want to attack, you have disadvantage on the attack.
Blarg.
Actually, hold on. You are also granted advantage because of the clear eye. So if you attack with a dexterity-based weapon, it'll be at normal.
Well, might as well use the short sword then.
Go for it. That hits. Give me sneak attack. Oh, that felt good for 23 damage. Because it is prone and basically zeroed out on the ground. If you want to use, oh wait, your torch is out.
Yeah.
Would you like to use your fast hands action to light your torch again?
Yeah.
Fast hands. Ignite.
Yeah.
And I will allow you to use your interaction to touch this corpse at your feet with the burning torch.
Just delicately.
Just
touch it.
set it on. Yeah, it's dead tissue. It's gonna burn real well.
Mhm.
Well done. Do you want to move anywhere? And that also ends your feared condition, because the sorcery of your fear is no longer moving.
I can move here.
Okay. You still have resistance active on you. Del. Let's see what he can do. He's going to. Yeah. He's going to use one charge from his staff to cast Cure Wounds on you, Adran. He has one charge remaining on his staff.
Okay.
I believe his wisdom modifier is 3. It is 3, so you regain 6 hit points, sir.
Cool.
I can't use my staff again. If I do, it might disappear. And he's going to stay where he is. Adran, it is your turn, sir. I believe your shield is somewhere around here, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, I had another page up.
No worries.
About
Your
here.
shield is somewhere in this region.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That is. You could use your action to dash there, but that would trigger 1 attack of opportunity.
Yeah, except I really want to use Dancing Flames and throw
Dancing
it right
Flames.
in his face so then it distracts him.
That would take your action to cast. Wait, does Dancing Lights take an action to cast, or is it a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
I know it's a cantrip, but yes, it would take your action, so you would not be able to dash at the same time.
Oh, I know, but at least I would be able to distract him, and then I can move away from him.
Alright, you're in front of this guy?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
and it's light that cannot be snuffed out so easy.
Yeah, but it is flame, and he's not very... he's not very... he doesn't like flames.
I'm gonna make him give a Constitution check against your spell save DC. I get a dirty 20, and your spell save DC is 15. So he is not blinded, but there are lights in front of his eyes. Once I get the dancing lights thing up. Spell effects, dancing lights. 2, 3, 4. How many do you want to make?
Just like 2 in front of his face.
Also having the benefit of illuminating this shadow creature.
Nice.
Alright. Anything else you want to do, sir?
Yeah, move over here.
Okay. That will still trigger an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, from the troll. It slips and slides in the sand and his claws go wide.
Yep. Nice.
It swings its hands at the dancing little lights in front of his face, like, and then annoyed, it's going to try and actively. I'm going to describe it as stomping, but it's basically clawing at Varin. That'll hit, and then it brings its hand around for another swing, getting a nat 1, and then it bites at Varin. 24 and 21 both hit for a total of 12 points of damage. Ouch. Top of the round. We have a little bit of time left before the bottom of the hour. Realizing the magical nature of these lights, this creature... Actually, it's in dim light. Because dancing lights, what's the kind of illumination spread? Dim?
Yeah, but it's also within the range of my flame.
True! Thank you. I completely forgot you had your torch up. Thank you. So it cannot attempt to hide. It's just going to claw at Varin, seeing Varin finally get wounded, thinking it has a chance. It has a chance. It hits... It doesn't actually hit physically, but Varin screams in pain as the shadow claws slide through his brain for 10 psychic damage. And with that, we move to Varin's turn. Varin puts his entire focus and ignores the troll, ignores the giant blue skin creature, ignores the orc, and locks eyes on that little shadow creature. You're mine. That's a glancing blow. And that's a dirty 20. So that's a total of 14 and 6 for 20 points of damage. Varin's Darkling Dagger slams down hard twice and completely shatters the existence of the shadow being. And then Varin is going to use his bonus action to activate the special quality of darkness of the Darkling Dagger is it? Yes. There it is. 5-foot radius of darkness. I almost put it as 10 feet. And that's the wrong color aura. Excuse me. So Varin is now ensconced within darkness and is going to move. Not as far as he would have preferred, but he's still flanking with you, Thía. The orc looks in confusion at this bubble of moving darkness and takes a swing at it. Missing. And grunts in confusion. The big creature. Yeah, got the right one. Considers this bubble of darkness. And is still going to attack at normal. Throat. Getting a dirty 20, which does hit Varin for 5 points of damage. Thía, you're up. You are flanking and you have clear eyes, you're attacking at normal, and you would get sneak attack if you hit.
Alright, well, let's do it.
Yeah, that'll hit. It's like hitting the broadside of a tree for 18 points of damage. Nice.
And then she'll just drop the torch.
Okay. Put a torch there in a second.
Okay.
Place light. There we go. Alright, did you want to move anywhere, Thía?
She'll move here.
Okay. Alright. You did not use resistance earlier, so Dell's just going to maintain concentration on that. Actually, yeah, he's going to maintain concentration. He's going to go to you, sir, and he's going to give you the help action. It won't give you advantage on an attack roll, but it will give you an advantage on an ability check if you make one. Alright, Adran, we're into your turn, sir.
So, if I go over there and grab my shield, does that count as an action?
It does. Oh, to grab it is an interaction. To equip it is an action.
Alright, so...
I imagine that you kind of just drop your sling on the ground.
Yeah, I just drop my sling on the ground, and then use my interaction to grab my shield.
Okay.
But then on top of that, I want to use my bonus action to second wind, just in case.
Alright, so you are equipping your shield. There you go. Now you have a 19 armor class, and you can second wind. Recovering 17 hit points. Nice. Is that it for you, sir?
Unfortunately, yes.
You can move one more square.
Basically wanted to give Dell some protection.
Fair enough. Alright. The troll dashes towards you, sir, and cannot do anything else. Since I'm now ensconced within darkness, let's see. Can I use my? I can't load my sling like this. And I've got my sword and dagger in hand anyway, so I can't use my sling. Go figure. All right. And I can't get advantage because of the darkness. Okay. I'm gonna. Varin is frustrated. He's going to go ahead and disengage the darkness. Might help if I went to the right area. And then he's going to attack with advantage. Thank you, Thía, for flanking. Oh, nice. Colossus Slayer at full damage. Okay, so all of Varin's attacks hit. So that's 8 and 8, 16. 16 and 7. 23 points of damage. Okay, this thing's looking a little big. And Varin's gonna hold his ground. The orc. Is the orc smart enough to think this through logically? Let's check. The orc is not smart enough to think this through logically. So he's going to bring his great axe down at Varin. Missing. Alright, the big blue-skinned creature. Some of its wounds start to close. And it brings its claws down at Varin. Missing. And hitting for 9 damage. Ow! Alright, Thía. Your turn. What would you like to do? And I think you're muted. Ah, there you are.
Well, might as well attack, right?
Yeah, that seems like a logical choice.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Alright. Nat 1.
Eh,
Bummer.
happens at times.
It
Let's
happens at times.
see. I can bonus with the dagger, though.
Yes, you can. That'll hit. And that will also get your sneak attack. For 14 points of damage. Nice. Well done. Alright, top of the order. Dell's going to, alright, Thía, you no longer have resistance on you as he casts guidance on Adran. Adran is a, advantage, sorry, it's a D4 for, an ability check. Good luck to Adran! And Adran, it is your turn. We'll play through to the top of the round, which by the way will also end Clear Eye.
Okay.
Let's
What did
see.
you do, sir?
Well, this is a tough choice.
You have your shield and short sword in hand. And no magic spell slots. Your reservoir of magic energy completely low.
Well, I'm gonna do something really crazy.
That sounds normal.
It's one of the languages he speaks.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to eat one of my Silvataffs.
Alright, gaining back a first level spell slot.
Yep.
And I figured, okay, you're concentrating on dancing lights. Do you want to keep concentrating on them or let them go?
Let them pass.
Alright, you end concentration.
Alright.
You have your first level spell slot. You could sheath your
I
short
also,
sword.
yeah, I also plan on sheathing my short sword and bonus action summoning Sanguine nonetheless to my hand.
There you go. That, yep. On your next turn, you'll be able to use your bonus action to activate it.
Exactly.
Well done. Alright. The hungry troll looks down at you, licks its chops, and makes a bite attack. Now your armor class is 19, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, get a 23 to hit.
It's a good thing I used, second wind. But
It is a good thing. So that's 7 damage to you, and then it claws down at you, reaching for your belly. Another 23, and then 18. So another 9 damage, and then the second attack, or third attack misses.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, we are at the top of the order in a deadly fight. Thía, Clear Eye has ended on you. Adran, you have your spell slot waiting in the wings to activate Sanguine nonetheless on your next turn. And we will have to see how this turns out next week. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Ankheg, Ettercap, Gargoyle, Gibbering Mouther, Grick, Ochre Jelly. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.